up, guys? It's that time of the year, one of my favourite events of the year, Mad Mike's Summer Bash, happening at Hampton Downs. It's time to get the JZX 110 ready to hit the track and have some wild battles, man. Let's get it. Now we're back in the garage. It's time to prep the Mark II for Mad Mike's Summer Bash. We've got 2 weeks to go. I've got to go through the car, make sure everything's sorted. As you guys know, we have had some issues with fuel pressure. They seem to be sorted now. I've taken the car on a few drives. It's going well. But let's check over a few things. I've got a strange feeling there might be a boost leak, so we're going to check all the couplers, make sure everything looks fine, and just go through the car. For those of you new to the channel, this is the heart of my JZX 110 Mark II, the 1JZ GTE. It's got a fully forged bottom end, it's got a built head, it's got cams, it's running a Garrett GTX 3076R Gen 2 Turbo, Synco manifold, Turbo Smart wastegate, only the best ECU, the Link G4, and all the sensors and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this car and just make sure everything's sorted. This car puts out 550 horsepower at the wheels. And you don't want your day on track ruined by little things like, you know, a blown out silicon coupler or loose hose clamps or something. So let's check over everything so we can hit the track and have a lot of fun. Alright, so we've checked all the hose clamps and the silicon joiners in the engine bay. Everything looked fine. Everything just needed a nip up, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Now I'm going to pull the front bumper off and see what the ones are like attached to the intercooler. I've had issues with one popping off in the past before, so I'm just going to check that's tight. There's actually a couple of joiners too in the wheel wells for the intercooler piping, so let's check this out and see how that looks. Getting the bumper off is super easy. It's just two screws in the front bumper, and then it is cable tied in the corner. Makes it super easy if anything ever happens at the track. Last thing you want is it taking forever to get your bumper off and holding your day up. Alright, now with the bumper undone, let's check these hose clamps. With the front bumper off, we can have a better look at the intercooler setup. It runs a Greddy front mount intercooler kit with custom piping. It also runs a Greddy radiator. May look dirty, so we'll give that a clean off, and let's check these couplers down here for damage. I can already see something where things have been rubbing on here. Check this out. It looks like the bumper's been rubbing there slightly and slightly there, so that could be an issue. Let's check it out. Now with the bumper off, we can take a better look at these silicon couplers and hose clamps and make sure everything's tight. Check out the sweet toe strap I picked up at D1 at Ibisu from N-Style. Really went with the car's livery, and I just had to have it, especially if we're doing track stuff. If you break down on track, they've got to be able to tow you out, so it was a good addition to the car. So this silicon coupler seems to be wearing on the front bumper. I see it's worn on the hose clamp and it's worn on the coupler. Hard to know if there's a hole, but I've got spares, so let's swap it out and see if that makes a difference. On the other side, the bumper appears to be rubbing there as well, but this time it's nowhere near as bad. So I'll actually clearance the bumper while it's off too, just to give it a bit more space to move. With the silicon coupler off now, you can see it's worn quite deep. You can feel it on the other side, but whether it was a hole, I don't know, but this was just waiting to fail. So let's swap this out for another one and put it all back together, make sure the hose clamps are nice and tight. After a bit of a fight with that coupler, it was on a bit of a weird angle. We swapped it out, should be good to go. Checked all the hose clamps on the whole system now. Everything looks sweet, nothing's rubbing on anything, so we should be good to roll. And we also picked up the super OG blow-off valve from the JDM swap meet. I've had a few of these on my builds. One was on my D1 car back in the day. I can't wait to fit this to the Skyline. I'm thinking sort of like down here. Yeah, see how big it is? It's going to be interesting to fit. At the moment, the blow-off valve's down in the front wheel well. So I could put it there. It could be out of the way. I'd like to show it off because it's a pretty cool piece. And it'll go with the theme I'm going for. And it looks like that's the location it's got to go. It's the only place it'll fit. I'd love to have this in the engine bay because it's a really cool piece. Really go with the like classic vibes I'm going for. Just like any other track day, I follow the same routine. I pack everything I'm going to need. So I've packed a jerry can. I always take 10 litres extra fuel. I've got extra oil, water, coolant, brake fluid, power steering fluid. I've got a scissor jack. Then I pack all the tools I need. I have basic tools, but I take everything I need. You know, socket sets, spanners, screwdrivers, spare spark plugs, anything you think you need just to get you out of a jam. I also take hose clamps and hose and You never know. You don't want your day being ruined by something super small, and it always pays to take the tools. Better to have them and not use them. So I always come prepared. Just like that, we got everything we need, all strapped down nice and secure for the drive down there. We also run a spare wheel, so in case something happens, we're good to go. We take a tarp too, because quite often it rains and you don't want your tools wet when you need to use them. I run very basic tools, so if anyone out there wants to hook me up with some new tools, I would be stoked and I would love to work with you. And last but not least, it always pays to go around and check all the fluids. Make sure you've got the correct level for your brake fluid, clutch fluid, coolant, engine oil. Got to check everything, man. Even check your wiper fluid, just in case it rains out on the track and you're going to need that. We keep this car really well maintained, so it's all up to date, but I still go through, this is my checklist before any track day. And just like that, we're ready to hit the track in the 110 for some action. Man, I can't wait. This event is always epic. It brings out all the best cars, all the big names, and it's absolutely wild. Mike's always got something up his sleeve. I can't wait. You guys have got to check the video out on Sunday. It's going to be absolutely wild. And if you want to see more videos like this, me working on my car in the garage, man, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And you know your boy will keep the content coming.